Welcome back to Tran Wins Tactics Ogre Reborn. Today we are going to embark on the Coda Episode 2. The King of Brigantys. It is not commonly known that the Brigantia Flats were once a lush paradise. The Bay of Gobanda was also once an inland area. In the final days of Dogalawa's Great War, the lands were shattered by a man named Roderick Desmoria, who was once King of Brigantys. He fought alongside King Dogalawa to unite Valeria, but in the end became his mortal enemy. He's known for using forbidden magic to wipe out those who opposed him. Though his reputation is marred by this, King Roderick was an austere ruler who would not stand for injustice or compromise. He at first resolved to use the Apocrypha to aid his people, but it was this act that caused them to turn against him. It is said he died in captivity at Brigantys Castle after his defeat at the hands of King Dogalawa. Until his death, he muttered constantly of the injustice he had suffered, and some say his spirit was called to the Palace of the Dead after his passing. After you have completed this reading article, you are allowed to go to Heim for a cutscene.
You got what you need?
Of course. I'm ready to depart any time.
All I need's my sword at my side.
Canopus! I heard you were preparing to leave. Are you back to Zenobia? I thought you planned on staying for the coronation.
I did say that, and that's my intention.
Then why the preparations? Where are you going?
To find Warren.
Warren?
I hadn't mentioned it to you, but Warren told me something on our way to the Hanging Gardens. Warren, you're awake. You need rest.
I hear you make for the gardens. A final battle with the Dark Knights.
You're as keen of mind as ever.
Do you remember what I told you before we came to this island?
That the first people we met in Valeria would lead us to the Sacred Blade. And that helping those people would in turn help Zenobia. We were not to doubt that fated meeting, yes?
Yes, yes. And one other thing.
Warren revealed to me a prophecy. He said that all 5 of us would return alive to Zenobia.
What?
I know. Lancelot's...
Do not worry, Denam. The captain will return to Zenobia, however it comes to pass.
Anyway, that's why we can't head back. Not until we find Warren.
I know what you're thinking, that the old man was tricking us. But you're wrong.
It's as Gildas says. This prophecy came not from the Starseer Warren. It came from a greater power, a sage who took part in the very founding of Zenobia.
So you think Warren yet lives?
Aye, even if he's beyond the Chaos Gate, he's alive.
The foundations of the Hanging Gardens were damaged in the fight. It's no longer possible to reach the Chaos Gate.
Aye, but there may well be other Chaos Gates elsewhere in Valeria.
There were several in Zenobia, I can tell you that. Every last one of them sealed off by Warren.
That's why the Palace of the Dead caught our eye. Its legend is told even in Zenobia, a dungeon built by the Dragon Lords. If the legend is true, the palace may very well hold a gate.
Aye, and if Warren's alive, you can be sure he's not lurking under a pile of rubble. Most likely he got stuck on the other side of the Garden's Gate when it closed, and now he's sitting there waiting for us to come get him.
If all this is true, how can we know that Warren hasn't been taken by the dark, as King Dulgalawa was?
If he is, we'll deal with him the same way we dealt with Dulgalawa.
Let me help you then. I want to join the search for Warren.
I appreciate it, Denam.
Episode 2, The Search for Warren. I haven't yet rehearsed this, so this is my first take, but let's head over to the Palace of the Dead. And yeah, I actually wasn't paying that much attention to the dialogue because I was busy reminiscing in the song. When I hear that song, I think of Ogre Battle 64 when Magnus Gallant, that's the protagonist, is graduating. I don't know. A long time ago, I mentioned that I didn't know what the guidebooks were for. Each guidebook, first edition is for level 25, second edition 50, and third edition 75. That's what these are for. You have to walk in, and then once you enter the battle room, you get the option to. So it's not that you use it anywhere in the world and just warp to that area. That's how most games these days work. You find a warp crystal that takes you to London or Paris or something, and it warps you there. You don't actually have to enter a battle zone. We have to head to 26, and then we'll get another prompt. And if we say no, we enter battle, but we can always retreat and try again if we perhaps misclicked. Perform an action to exorcise an undead enemy and obtain a buff card. Denam currently is a cleric because many of these quests in the Palace of the Dead require a cleric, and it's faster if he just goes by himself. However, it's simpler if he can go by himself without having to worry about a cleric. Thanks to San Bronze, I was able to more appropriately diversify my army. In this case, we decided to field an entire army of ice units, aside from Denam, in order to deal with the majority air units here. These are 3 dark, 1 lightning, fire, and then 5 air. I probably really should take over that songstress, because the AI does not know how to do music. I'm not sure if I'll be showing these smaller battles. There's no dialogue in the battle itself, but it is abnormal that you cannot retreat once you've entered the room. And then there's a small dialogue that happens after the battle. Whether or not you see this depends on how long the overall episode will be. I try to aim for about an hour in length, though. Our groups are starting to hit head-to-head. Really, the only easily confused ones are all the purple. These are the dark purple, so that's dark, darkness element. Then there's Lightning Hydra and Lightning Denam. So we will go ahead and act. He doesn't have anything he can do. So this is the first recorded session where I show you what a songstress can do. Currently, he has no abilities because he has no mana. The item I gave him gives mana to him and nearby allies. There are other things that might be more useful, such as regeneration, but you can't necessarily pop that off immediately if you don't get a meditate. So I prefer to start off with getting the whole team just a bit of mana to begin with. Yeah, Denam is a cleric, and he still pretty much single-handedly took down that Cyclops. I mean, his stats are his stats, regardless of what class he is. I just needed someone to exorcise and fulfill this sub-objective of exorcise an undead enemy or be a cleric. I will go ahead and take control of Denam as well, because he's going to prioritize trying to hit all these guys rather than exercising the currently stilled enemies. He's the only cleric in the party right now. The only person who can exercise them is him. So that being said, if I do knock down everybody before anybody else stands up, we win, so we are doing quite a number on the enemy right now. It's almost as if I scouted out the enemy and prepared accordingly. That's a zombie, by the way, so I'm not too worried about his health, but we could always heal up. Now, what the unfortunate side effect of this is, it does apply renewal to the enemy. However, we do enough burst damage where I don't think he's going to get that many ticks of regeneration. Renewal is basically the reverse of poison. Oh, yeah, this is a zombie apparently. Sometimes it's hard to tell for me when beasts are zombies. You can see that my zombies and their zombies did not get renewal. And Denam does not have enough MP because he used it all up on a finishing move. Good job, Denam. What is this? It's a physical card. I mean, I could... Here, just hit him with your cudgel for 200 damage or your Claudia for more than that. I knew the Claudia was going to be way more than that. I just wanted to show off how much of a difference it was. I think I would have rather you cast the Giga Tempest. Alright, AI. You do you. I rely on you to make these battles quicker. The only remaining enemies are stopped. This one is about to stand back up, but everybody else is completely frozen in place. Let's see if we can get Denam just a little bit more mana. Okay, we can exercise a couple of them. Did you really have nothing better to do than hit him for 1 damage on your cudgel? I need to check your stats, dude. As soon as the game lets me. Okay, you have some mana. your spells are more expensive. You could have cast Drain Mind. His arrow shot over my Berserker, so then my straight line of fire rifle shot my Berserker. I've done that to the enemy before. Not intentionally, though. Whenever I did it, it was always like, oh, that was nice. See, Denam, this is why I need you to be on exorcism duty. Rather than trying to... rather than using your fan to hit enemies. And back down he goes. Actually, I don't really need to get that close. I was really doing it more for effect, but... This will give me renewal, but perhaps we'll just do this one for the hit points. Immediate hit points. It's not a great deal of hit points, but it is more than pumpkin pie, whatever it is called. Raining shower of pumpkins that he also has. That would have been a nice cluster to get right there. Alright, can you do something more productive than 1 damage? That works. I always wish that Scatter Shot on its second round could go through and hit the next guy. Also, I would have preferred you not have taken him out, because now that means another person can come and hit the Berserker. Okay, that works.
I mislike the feel of this place. A boy!
Have you come to save the king, sir?
What?
There's a king here, sir. A very powerful king. Until he was taken.
What are you talking about?
I've been looking for him a very long time.
Vanished! I mislike this place even more now.
Win with an archer and obtain a buff card. The Hawkman here is our archer. We are going heavy on the knights this time. It's not actually that dangerous, but I thought I'd change things up a bit from our previous all-ice army to incorporate some of our divine units. Let's go ahead and disable the hit point bars. this enemy here is not actually one of the level 62 Heavenly Generals. She's actually just a level 50 boss. She has 4 cards to start off with, and most of the enemies are otherwise 45. So she's still a potential challenge. But I would say that what she's guarding is completely out of her league. If you have any trouble with this boss whatsoever, you are not ready for what lies behind her. Okay, yes, way to give up your aerial advantage. Skeleton's Knight. I wanted to shake things up a bit because I had 2 Earth Knights. One was Voltar, who we don't really use because he is a named storyline character. He doesn't really have a role in the story, but he's still one that everybody could pick up. He has lower RT like the other named characters. Anyways, Voltar is an Earth Knight, and for a long time we had another Earth Knight in the form of Buffet. Remember that he's named after King Box Lunch, so in my case, his name is Buffet, not Buffett. I thought I would shake things up and get a Skeleton Knight. Yes, he can't cast heal spells. Big deal. My knights don't always cast heal spells anyways. Can't reach him with or don't have enough mana for that, so I guess we'll cast this one again. Yeah, maybe someone could help Kolberg out. The enemy is largely air. I'm packing a lot of ice power. Now, because the enemy is air, when they form their regular triangle in my elemental circle, that's the cycle, basically, of elements. If I pack earth to go with it, it will kill the few lightning enemies that there are. And it fits those 2 criteria pretty well. It features both ice and earth. Let's move her back a bit. And let's take Denam and have him heal her. I've never actually cast this. Okay, so it is just one target. That's a lot weaker than the Songstress, but alright. I don't have a lot I can do if I want to get this person rolling. Now, I just cast that on that person. What we're gonna do is we're gonna... that is the tile I want. Cast this again. Now, me bringing divine units is actually a handicap, because there are about 4 enemy dark casters here or something like that. Actually, why don't we just get rid of her while we're here, while we have control of Denam. Goodbye. Which knight is this? We'll take control of him and make sure that that skeleton gets exorcised. There's our undead fight over there in that corner. Oh, he does not have an ORSI on. Okay, never mind. Probably needs to be her then. I forgot that I gave them all axes for the time being. But yeah, even though I knew it was a disadvantage, I wanted to do it anyways. I assume this is too far? No, it's just right. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's what the zombies are for. Okay, they are in trouble. Because Denam is nearby, and we'll take out at least those 2 snakes. Probably not the dragon, unless I do a trinity and strike on the dragon. But I'm going to go ahead and pressure whirl all 3 of them. Cast this one now. One of the ways I try to promote my zombies getting attacked more often than the others is I give them 2-handed weapons. Because it's easier for them to get attacked if... Hold on. Alright. Yeah, I guess this one. It's easier for them to get attacked if their defenses aren't as high as the other units. And also, because they are zombies, they just stand back up even if they were to lose enough hit points. That would almost kill you. It's a shame you moved. But the poison should finish you off. Yeah, you showed down him with that 1 damage. That just got renewed anyways. Wow, that's pathetic. Yeah, I thought it'd be thematically appropriate for light versus dark, because I never do that. If the enemy is dark, I avoid bringing in any light units, because I don't want to get wailed on. I'm playing no in-caps. Even if I already got the title, I'm gonna continue on for a bit. I don't know if I will ever aim for getting the other titles where you need to beat the boss with like 10 and less than 10 and something, or with less than 10. So I have to probably get a few incapacitations and then fight the boss again. I mean, I don't know. I may do it for the achievement, but I probably won't keep it on my main save file. It really depends. I do know that I'm locking myself out of cursed weapons by wanting nobody to die in my army. I don't know. It ultimately depends what the rewards are, I suppose. You know, I think the Songstress is a better healer than a cleric. Unless it's Denam, of course. Check out this heal. 2,000 on Denam. Now, it's not quite as much on other people, so I think it's perhaps a percentage of their health or something. So if I try to heal Comus, it says 788. But it's not necessarily a portion their remaining hit points lost, because Rothschild is totally healthy and can get 682. She's totally healthy and she gets 642. But I noticed that there's a 40-point difference, and he does have more health, so there may be a percentage thing here. But 2,000 healing, that's the largest heal I've seen in the game. Like, that's right, I removed his one small hit because I didn't want the AI to do it. Alright, well, we'll just finish her off then. Trudge on towards that ghost. If he's wise, he'll float on out of here. I'm gonna back this one away, not because I'm worried about getting hit. There's nowhere I can go to get away from her. I'm gonna back her away because I want to exorcise these guys. Whoops, that's mine. Sometimes I do that by accident where I start to exorcise. Oh yeah, that's my dude. Because I'm used to the stilled numbers being the enemy. That's what doing hundreds of levels of Palace of the Dead will do to you. Like I said, there's nowhere I could go to get away from that. That's why I just need to keep healing her. That was amazing there. That's the best damage I've ever seen. not with them ready anyway. How about this? Would this work as an angle? Yeah.
I feel something. The air has the same tinge of evil I felt beneath the Hanging Gardens. Perhaps they were the gatekeepers.
I wouldn't have taken nearly as much damage if I didn't bring my Divine Knights, but I hadn't shown them off yet. New title earned, Sealbreaker. So this was level 98, and this was the correct path you want to go if you want to do Coda Episode 2. Over here is where we're going to do the side objective I mentioned earlier. Then you would be able to fight the special Lich fight at the end. You have to clear Nybeth in Chapter 4. You will want to bring the Boreas, Notos, Euros, and Zephyros items. 3 of them you get from the Palace of the Dead, and 1 of them from San Bronsa. Remember that San Bronsa consists of 2 areas, the Tower and the Floating Ruins. You have to bring 4 wind weapons, and then it'll unlock a special Lich fight. However, if we go here, you can see by the text message it says, you can proceed further, but you will not be able to return. If we head further, we won't be able to do this fight. So now we're going to take a side detour. That's why I wanted to go into depth of all this stuff, because I wanted to make sure that you know the most efficient way to approach the Palace of the Dead. Rather than taking multiple trips, why not just do it all at once? Perform an action to exercise an undead enemy, obtain a buff card, and win without using the Chariot Tarot. Normally when you reach the area where you fought Nybeth before, you fight some blue units. Well, we will see them again, but in addition, we'll see a new Necromancer. There's no story with him, though. Thought it'd be funny to see what Denam would look like as a light affinity warlock versus all these dark affinity units. We've already seen what he can do with a cudgel. He doesn't really have anything to worry about. You seriously didn't cast anything. Alright, I'm taking over, dude. I know you don't have the mana, but at least eat... Fine. I don't know if the computer just does not use glass pumpkins. A glass pumpkin is a regular drop from a familiar that's those little fairies or imps throughout the map, throughout the Palace of the Dead. You can generally get glass pumpkins from them, and they restore your MP all the way. So I've never actually equipped them because I never saw the need for it, because by the time I went into the Palace of the Dead, I was finding wands that would restore my MP. Now it is a hefty 40 or so RT. There we go. Now let the computer take back over. Have fun. Kill them all. Oh. Have fun. Kill them all. Seriously? Alright, I'm taking over again. I figured you would do some amazing damage calculations here and pick the most opportune spot in this target-rich environment. But all you did was you killed a golem. Don't really do anything. They just take up space. That's what they're there for, is to block you. And you fell for it. Now, if you did that to, say, that dude, Blackmoor, that'd be one thing. But that was just a golem. You can summon plenty more of those. $800 damage. You know what, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's see, how much would they do against you? A fair chunk. One of the perks of the Starfall Draconic spell is that it also acts as an exorcism if it knocks the enemy down. I'm surprised he didn't summon darkness there. Just not have the mana for it, dude. Start doing your Umbra. No, you have plenty. Well, whatever. See, this is what the computer should have been doing. I gave him all the tools necessary to do this. But he picked up the Crest of Fire. Make sure that you kill that guy. You don't just knock him down and leave him stilled for the end of the battle. Make sure you kill him. You will regret it if you don't. You want that item. It gives you something like 10 RT bonus. Okay. The rest will not be still, so I am guaranteed those item drops upon completion of the map. I'm gonna assume the AI is gonna one-shot each of them separately, but who knows? Maybe they'll impress me this time. Okay, well, they set themselves up for that. And you could have cast a larger spell, killing the imp behind them too. The Ogre Blade. You only get one of them, so the other one gets converted to Goth. There's gonna be a lot of fun with this thing here. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to use it, but I have a fair idea. I think I'm going to use it once per playthrough, kind of like the Lord thing. I'm going to limit myself. Otherwise, I'll be doing this for a long time and will never get around to recording my next alignment route. Crest of Fire is the thing I mentioned earlier that gives you something like 10 RT. Heaven's Fork. This is just a freely created one or crafted one for you, already made, that will summon a Heavenly General. Slayer of the Necromancer Lord. Alright, and there's no, as far as I know, there's no story there, there's no backstory. I have no idea who Blackmoor is. So maybe you were supposed to hear that somewhere else, but I've never heard of it. So the overall map looks like this structure here. You start here, and then you make your way downward, going on this path, the western one. And then you take the eastern one afterwards, and then you find yourself in 98. That is how you get to the Coda Episode 2 material. This was a completely separate thing, but it just happened to be literally nearby. We chose to do so. There is no store on this floor, so if you wanted one, it would have to be the previous floor. However, because we've already accessed or opened up this door here, there's a store right behind it. I think there might be one or two maps we have to get through, though. The next episode, we'll head to the next tier of the Palace of the Dead, where we will complete the search for Warren. Thank you very much for watching Tran Wins Tactics Ogre Reborn. I'll see you next time.